Well, I think first off, congratulations to South Dakota State. They came out and earned it today. Certainly beat us on the field in every which way. But certainly proud of all the things that we accomplished this year. This group of seniors will have left an amazing legacy here at Montana State. The foundation right now we feel is on very solid ground, in a large part because of what those guys meant to this program in their time here. So I really want to thank them for all that they've been through and all that they've overcome, and the leadership they showed, and setting our path moving forward. So open it up after that.
Questions for Derryk and Brody?
I know he's not a senior, but the leadership of Tommy today, going out there, he got beat up a lot. Derryk, on the offense, what do you kind of see out of him and him keep fighting the whole way?
Yeah, just being that dude he is. He's a complete beast, and he's trying to do anything for the team. And you've seen that today. Just got hit multiple times and just kept getting up, kept fighting.
And then Brody, they had success running the ball today. What were kind of the struggles up front?
As a D-line, we need to do better, and they're a physical, tough team, and we got run over a little bit today, but good luck to them, and we're going to get better.
Derryk, on the offensive side, why do you think they were able to kind of contain you guys more than usual?
I just think it just comes down to execution. We had a good game plan. Just us as the offense just didn't execute as we thought. So.
Was the footing tough on the field?
What are you two most proud of from this season?
I thought we fought our butts off all season, and we lost out, but we had a great season. We won the conference, and the worst part is just missing those guys that are rocks on our team. So.
Yeah, definitely. I think that we had some great leaders on our team, and just being able to follow in their footsteps and learn what they brought to the team is big for us next year. So.
How good do you guys feel about the future with so many guys coming back?
I think that we have a bright future. Just obviously, learn from this and just start working when we get back.
Yeah, we got a good core group of guys. We'll obviously have to fill some holes that we lose, but yeah, like I said, we got a good core group of guys, and we always talk about leaving the program better than you found it, and I think we got some guys coming up that can hopefully keep it going.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, how much did things change, or how much did it hurt you when Chambers went out of the game?
Well, I think it forced us to shift a little bit. Obviously, using both those guys has been part of our recent success, but ultimately, we were able to still run our offense, and it just didn't make enough plays through a really critical stretch in that late first, and probably our second and third possessions. When we had opportunities, we had some penalties. I know that were unforced errors. That's uncharacteristic of who we've been. And I think a lot of credit definitely does go to South Dakota State. I thought they defended us well and tackled us well, and it was going to come down to, in a lot of ways, who could tackle better, and I think they did that today.
At the beginning of this week, you already knew that they were going to have their eyes on number 4 and number 22. What did you see from them defensively and just being able to limit that run game?
Well, I think the thing you looked at all season for them is they got off blocks real well. So whether that's a real broad statement, but I'm certain that they got off blocks better than we blocked them, and then they tackled us, and we didn't break tackles enough. And you need to keep scoring because they score. That's not a good formula.
Coach, what was the final message to the team in the locker room after this game?
Well, I think the today obviously it didn't go the way we wanted to, but I think you got to look back and be proud of all that we did accomplish this year. It's hard though. It's hard in the moment to get a sense for that. Obviously, thanked that senior group. I've talked about it. In so many ways, they were an extension of last year's group, and they've done so much for this program. They've left, an outstanding legacy, and it's too fresh to understand that that's really what it's all about. But those guys can be really proud of their time at Montana State, and they'll be Bobcats forever, and they can always look back at their time. Bobcat football really took off.
How much do you think playing at home last year compared to playing on the road this year affected the game, if at all, or the outcomes, I should say?
Oh, I don't know. I think football is a game of momentum. I know last year's game, the momentum was back and forth quite a bit, especially in that first half, and then we were able to kind of seize it and not let it up in the second half. That didn't happen this year. Home away, they took the momentum right away. We answered them with the score, but didn't even follow it up with our extra point. And then we never really got back as far as momentum. So I don't know. I mean, it's certainly great to play in front of your home fans, but it does not guarantee you anything. So they're a good team, they're a good program, and obviously we get a chance to come here again next fall.
Is there any memory with those seniors from today, or just in your time with them that you'll remember most?
Well, I just think what a amazing group of guys, and it's a collection of a couple guys that walked on, all the way to a couple guys that were transfers in the mix, and a bunch of 6-year guys, unheralded compared to maybe last year's group, but certainly left their mark in such a team first group, and it doesn't just happen. I think they guys got to make that choice. They got to have that impression laid upon them along their path. And this group, do whatever you ask, lead by example, lead vocally. They knew how it was supposed to be done, and they did it. It didn't work out today, but boy, this group will go down in history as one of the best.
Coach, last year you guys were able to bottle up Isaiah Davis. This year you had a good game. What do you do going into the game to try to stop him, and what did he do right today to kind of beat you guys?
Well, it's certainly about him to some degree, but I think it starts with the guys up front, including their tight ends. I would suspect that they won that battle, or we maybe won it more often than not last year. But he's you get him to that linebacker level, to that safety level, too many times, that's gonna be problems, and that just happened over and over again. And I'm, he's better than he was last year. Like everybody improves. So we bottled things up. Different mindset too when you're playing with the lead, and the back and forth nature last year. It was just two different games. They obviously were able to run the football, and we weren't, and that's as easy as I could say the bottom line is in this game.
Similar question earlier, but what do you think of how Tommy played tonight and kind of kept fighting through? I know he got beat up a lot today.
Yeah, that's I appreciate Tommy. I mean, he's as tough a competitor as I've been around, and at the same time, that's not the type of game that we needed him to be able to play for us to win. But he just kept going after it. So, as a sophomore becoming a junior, he's going to keep getting better and better. And, but I mean, I appreciate his toughness, his competitive nature, and leadership, and, anxious to see him continue to grow.